Hey, everybody. Decided to give you a little rundown of what VoiceOver for the iPhone is like and how I use my iPhone. This is Jordan, by the way, and Ashley's hanging out too.
Safari.
So VoiceOver basically, like at its very core, is just another way of using the iPhone. And in my case, I started using it when I still had a little bit of my vision left. So it helped like the transition from using an iPhone in the way that I used to use it to the way that I use it now. But you can see on the screen now, all of my apps are here. This is like my main homepage, which actually has a few apps on it that I don't really use anymore. I'm not sure. I haven't done a good clean out in a while, but you see a little highlight box currently around Safari. So the easiest way to like conceptualize it is to imagine that as your mouse on, a computer. And you swipe
YouTube,
left or right,
Clock, 9:50 p.m.
and
Weather.
that selection box
Audible.
changes.
Bard Mobile.
And then
Audible. Weather.
just
Clock.
like
YouTube.
a
Safari.
computer, if you've got your computer set up for double click, to open something,
Safari. YouTube.
you
Safari.
just double tap and then it opens.
Safari.
And you've got
Single
Safari
right pointing
here.
angle quotation mark wiki, single right pointing angle quotation Wikipedia.
And I have a page open for Wikipedia here. You can go search in whatever you want. Safari seems to be a pretty accessible browser for iPhone. I don't really use... I had Chrome for a while and I used it, but it kind of bugged out occasionally. And it seems like the apps that are like very directly like either developed or endorsed by Apple are the best ones.
Single Wikipedia.
So
People. Who is Wikipedia owned by? Button.
yeah,
Collapse.
so there's my
Safari.
browser. I've got
Dot. Messages.
some messages. I'll close that.
Messages.
Messages.
Mail. 22 unread emails.
Mail. I had Ashley send me a bunch of tests just so
Unread. Ashley Butcher.
I
So
could
funny.
have some
9:44.
here.
Unread. Ashley Butcher. What is spelled dude?
So
9:45 p.m.
as I
How are you so
swipe
dude?
past them, you'll hear
Unread. Ashley Butcher. Podcasting. 9:46 p.m. You make
unread.
the best podcast I've ever heard. Actions. Unread. Ashley Butcher. What is spelled dude? 9:45 p.m. How are you so? Unread. Ashley Butcher. So funny. 9:44 p.m. You are so funny in your podcast. Actions available.
Wow, she sent me some great emails. But
Unread. Ashley Butcher. What is spelled dude? 9:45 p.m.
I'm
How are
guessing
you so
for
dude?
y'all, I don't
Actions available.
remember how like the mail app or Gmail or anything, like what the visual was for something being read or unread. Is it like bolded or?
Yeah, so when it's unread, it's bolded, and when it's read, it just like becomes regular.
Standard typeface,
Yeah.
yeah. So for me, obviously you hear it
Unread.
say
Ashley Butcher. Podcasting.
unread.
9:46. Dictate. Button. Unread. Ashley Butcher.
And so
Podcasting.
I'll open it,
Unread. Actions available.
and then I'll
You
grab
make the
this
best
button
Actions available. Inbox. 21 unread messages. Back button.
to go back to my inbox.
Inbox. 21.
And
Unread. Ashley Butcher. So funny. Unread. Ashley Butcher. What is spelled? Ashley Butcher. Podcasting. 9:46
then
p.m.
it just
You make the best
says,
podcast I've ever heard.
you
Actions.
know, who the email's from. So yeah, that's just a couple of like basic apps, but
Mail.
something we talked about in the past was like accessibility of, certain apps. Some are really great,
phone.
some are really
Page 3 of 5.
terrible.
Files.
So for moving from one page of apps to the other, like for you just swipe left or right, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And that moves the whole page. For me, I have to swipe with 3 fingers because a single finger swipe
Shortcuts.
is what moves me
Messenger.
from one app to the
Voice memos.
next. It moves the cursor, as it were. But
Page 4
I'm
of
going
5.
to go ahead
Sheets.
and...
SHO anytime.
What was I going to...
Page 3 of 5.
Oh, Tinder.
Email eyes. Netflix. Tinder. One new item.
Should I just go for it?
Yeah.
It says I have one new item.
Oh
And
boy.
we talked about a while ago Tinder being wildly inaccessible in their most recent update. Very upsetting because, well, not that I'm like particularly out on the prowl or anything looking for hot dates, but it's always upsetting when an app is accessible and then becomes inaccessible because you get so used to using it, you like it, and then it gets taken away from you because, I don't know, limited thought went into the update or consideration for accessibility, I guess.
Yeah, I do really wonder, like, especially like we talked about Pokemon Go too, like who's on their like UI board?
Right. Like, I actually sent 2 messages today to HBO, one directly to HBO's Facebook page and then another to the Lovecraft Country Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
asking them, like, what the hell, guys? Why is there no audio description for any of your shows?
Yeah.
Really annoying. So anyway, Back to
Disney Plus. Tinder. One new item.
Tinder. Let's open this thing up. We're gonna have to do a lot of blurring here,
Tinder. Undo underscore.
Yes.
because I don't necessarily want to be showing
9:54. Status bar item.
any of this at all, really.
Megan.
So this person's name is a name. Can we show the? We could probably show the names, right?
Yeah,
And
I
say
mean,
the names,
yeah.
and then just blur the
Didn't you-
pictures.
Aren't all of your matches either like an Ashley, an Emily, or a Katie or something?
Yeah, like the basic white girl names. Yeah.
Mhm.
I went through and unmatched everyone that didn't have one of those names. Oh, Elizabeth, I think, is one of them.
33.
So, I mean, to y'all, this probably looks just like fairly normal Tinder,
Elizabeth.
but
7.
I've been told that for like sighted Tinder, it only shows you one person at a time, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I can see two people at a time. So like
Elizabeth.
here, I've got this Elizabeth person,
33.
and then
Megan.
I swipe past
33.
her age,
Megan. 33. Megan.
and then I've got this Megan.
Feminism.
Okay.
And then it goes through like her likes and dislikes or whatever. But then I have to
Text.
swipe all the way to the
Open.
bottom,
Listen. Open. Undo. Game. Boost underscore. Button. Game underscore like underscore.
and I've
Button.
got game underscore like. So I'll slow the speech down because I'm sure most
Words.
people are.
Speaking rate. Volume. Speaking rate. 85%. 80%. 75%.
You think that's
70%.
good for most people? You think?
Yeah, I would think so.
So
Boost underscore. Button. Game underscore like underscore.
game
Button.
underscore like underscore is the right swipe.
Game underscore super underscore like underscore.
Game underscore
Button.
super like underscore, or
Game underscore pass underscore.
game
Button.
underscore pass underscore. Pretty basic. People.
Game
can't-
underscore. Game underscore. Boost
So-
underscore. Button. Boost underscore.
Oh, or
Button.
the boost, which I don't know. I've never really understood
What
what
is
that
that?
was. I don't know.
Okay.
Game underscore like underscore.
I think
Boost underscore.
it's
Button.
it like moves you to the top of people's decks.
Oh, isn't that
Game
like
underscore
a
like
pro
underscore.
feature?
Button.
Right, yeah, but it's there. And if I click on it, it'll say like, "Would you like to spend $12
Oh,
a month
yeah.
on Tinder?" Yeah,
No gracias.
Boost underscore.
Uh,
Game
Especially
underscore
if
like
it's not
underscore.
going to be
Button.
accessible.
yeah, exactly. So we got the old.
Game underscore super underscore like underscore.
just-
Game underscore like underscore.
I'll just
Button.
give this person
Game
a
underscore
like.
like underscore. Boost underscore. Game underscore like underscore.
I'll give
Button.
this person a
Game underscore like
like.
underscore. Tinder. X closed in. Button. It's a match.
It's a match.
Elizabeth likes you too.
Elizabeth.
Oh, she likes you too.
Okay, so here's where you get the option. Like, would you like to just send this person a message right now? And I can do that,
Text
but
field.
I was just swiping like a maniac. I didn't even see what her profile said.
Say
So,
something nice.
Say
Send.
something
Dim.
nice.
Say something nice.
so I'll say something nice.
Text field is edited. Next keyboard. Flick type. But next flick type. Beginning of document. Just
Oh, this can
Cache.
show you all my
U-S-T.
keyboard too. I use a special keyboard called Flip Type. Is that what it's called? Frisco says no.
No.
Flick Type.
Flick type?
Yeah, Flick
delete
Type.
job. Beginning
So-
of document.
I just type a roundabout where I think the letters should be. So
Just Cat J U S T.
it gives me the word just, and then I can swipe up or down
Judy.
to change
Cat J
Judy.
U D Y.
to change to like the next most likely combination of where those taps were.
Jody. Judy. Just
But I wanted to type the word
Cat
just,
J,
so I'll type
U-S-T.
just and then swipe,
period. Just
and it puts a period.
delete period. Marched. Matched. Period. Comma. Question mark. Exclamation mark. S. B. Delete B. Delete apostrophe S. Delete matched. Marched. Matched. Period. Comma. Question mark. Exclamation mark. Here. Near. Heat. Bear. Best.
I'm trying to type the word neat.
Cat beat. Neat.
There it is.
Period. Neat. Comma. Exclamation mark.
So yeah, I'll send this message over
Text
to
field. Elizabeth likes you too. Text field. Send. Button.
Elizabeth. So I send this message to Elizabeth, right?
Yeah.
Message sent successful. Message sent successful. Message sent successful. Boost game underscore like underscore. Game,
So
game
now I'm
underscore
back at like swiping, right?
Squarely lamp. Cellular. 9:15. Open underscore profile underscore 4 miles away. Open.
Yeah.
Open. North 19.
And
20,
typically,
80,
the way
line,
it would
six,
work is
six,
you'd
six,
swipe
six,
all the way
six,
up here
six.
to the top, and that is where the button would be to go to the messages, right? In this in this most recent update, that button is gone. I cannot access my messages anymore. So what I've had to resort to is turning VoiceOver off and tapping in the upper right-hand corner around abouts where I think that button should be, and then that allows me to get to my messages. Total garbage.
So you get stuck up there, right?
No, I don't get stuck up there. I can go back to swiping all day. So like
Boost underscore
I'm back
button. Boost underscore
here
game
in
game
the
underscore undo underscore button.
underscore game underscore like and game underscore pass.
4 miles open underscore. I just want someone to open underscore profile. Northern State University.
So I'm with
19
this
20 Katie
19, 20-year-old Katie and Paige, right?
6
And then I go back
Six,
up here
six,
and it's
six,
that
six.
6, which is there like, here are these people that like you that you don't like back. And I can tap that, but it'll ask if I just want to get Tinder Premium or whatever.
Yeah.
Garbage. Very upsetting.
Does it give you the option to do the secret admirer?
Yes. Yeah, so that pops up occasionally as well.
Is that accessible at all?
I'm not sure if you're talking about something that I haven't found yet,
Okay.
but on like when it asks me like if I'd like to use Tinder Premium or whatever, it says you've got these secret admirers and you can see them if you pay us $10 a month or whatever.
It used to do this thing where it would pop up like 5 or 4 cards
Yep.
and they were just all like obscured.
Yeah.
And you could pick one and it would show you who it was. But
Okay.
now when you pick one, it just says, do you want to upgrade to Tinder
Mhm.
Premium or
Yeah.
whatever?
So basically, I am left to trying to decide if I want to tap my screen just looking for the messages button.
Voiceover off.
So I'll turn voiceover off, and I'll actually just have you tap it right now for demonstration purposes. But typically what I do is tap, 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 tap a bunch of times
Okay.
until I finally find the button
Voiceover
to
on.
get to the
Tinder.
messages. But then
Amazon Books. Click on the link to Alexa. Hi, Amazon. Elizabeth. Just matched. Need. Messages.
here,
Emily.
get your
Emily.
messages and
Ash,
your
Sarah.
matches.
Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Sarah. Sarah. Emily. Ashley.
And
Sarah.
this is where I've got just Ashley, Sarah, and Emily over and over
Courtney.
again.
Sarah. Ashley. Emily. Sarah. Sarah. Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Sarah. Ashley. Emily. Emily. Message. Elizabeth. Just matched. Need.
I'm pretty proud of myself on that one. But yeah, so there's Tinder being inaccessible, and maybe this message will get over to someone at the old tinder.com
/headquarters.
/support. What else can I show
Files.
off?
You could show how inaccessible Pokemon Go is.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, it's
It's going to be
just
so
nothing.
loud.
Yeah, first off, it'll be loud because like the main way that I play the game is by sound. But yeah, I don't know what else.
My home vertical line. My century link. Page 4.
You could
Sheets.
show off
Discord.
Bard and talk about
Oh,
your
yeah.
reading machine.
Yeah, so
Audible.
I have what's called a digital book player, and it takes these little cartridges that's actually just like a piece of plastic with a flash drive inside of it, and it plugs into this machine and it'll play audiobooks. I've only ever used that machine for a class that I took though, but apparently I can order those cartridges with any book on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that actually appears
Audible. Bard mobile. Audible. Bard mobile.
the same way this Bard mobile app
Bard mobile. Home. Dune. Heading.
appears. So this app is run by, oh, there's an embarrassing book in my library.
Oh.
Maybe. Yeah, there is. But, it happens. That happens to the best of us.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
So I've got Bard, and it is,
Speed. 100. Speed. Button. Fast forward. Play. Rewind. Button.
well, yeah, you see the player right here. This is what the actual talking book machine looks like. Is just, some big bulky buttons. So they're really like heavily like tactile and easy to find. Play, pause, start, stop. You can slow it down, speed it up, change the pitch. But this app is an audiobook app, and it is run by the National Library Service, which is a service of the Library of Congress. And it's for blind, visually impaired, or otherwise physically handicapped people who cannot read print, which they refer to as print disabled. And I get free audiobooks, and a lot of them are actually just Audible books ported over to this app. And I can read whatever I want, whenever I want. And it's really great.
I think that's awesome.
But,
Jump by level 1.
oh
Button.
yeah, I'm reading Dune right
Next.
now.
Button. Jump. Preview. Bookmark. Sleep time. Current position 0. Current time 10. Chapter 3. Navigate. Dune. Heading.
Yeah, Dune. Because of the trailer that was released, I was going to give us the old run through. Anything else I should show off to the folks? Try to think.
I don't know. You probably shouldn't pull up your YouTube history.
Nope. That's quite the old graveyard there.
Bard Mobile. Health.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's the basics. If you have any specific questions, hit us in the YouTube comments or find us on Facebook. Just search Site Attendant Podcast. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram under at Site Attendant. Anything anywhere else?
You can send us an email.
Oh, yeah.
siteattendant@gmail.com.
gmail.com.
You can listen to our podcast. If you're not already listening to our podcast, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify,
Amazon Podcast. No.
Amazon Podcasts, and a bunch
Venmo.
of other, pretty much like any program you can listen to podcasts on.
Oh, yeah. And one last little fun thing. I'm not exactly sure how this will translate in the screen recording, but for my privacy, if, for some reason someone decides to look over my shoulder, I might not see them doing that, whereas you, a sighted person, would easily see them, right? And you'd shove them and tell them to go away.
Correct.
I use something called a screen curtain. So
Screen curtain on.
I just turn that little joker on, and then
Amazon.
there's nothing on screen,
Alliance Bank.
but
Google
I
Home.
can still use
Page
my
2 of 5.
phone
Adjust doc. Messages. Mail. 20. Phone. Facebook.
like that.
Do you want to show the Braille thing on there?
It's kind of buggy.
Okay.
Maybe I'll
Maybe
make
just
another,
talk about it.
make another video about it sometime.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a Braille keyboard instead of a standard English print keyboard. It's a Braille layout, which is 3 keys on the left and 3 keys on the right, and they form the Braille cell.
Characters. Words.
But yeah, I guess we could just make another video where we go into more detail
Yeah.
about like the rotor. This
Speaking
thing.
rate. Volume.
Ooh,
Audio docket.
yeah.
Sounds. Language. 50
Mhm.
radio. Portrait. Braille screen input. Portrait. Audio destination. Actions. Characters.
So, I
Stay
mean,
tuned.
yeah, stay
for our
tuned.
next
We'll
video.
come back
Words.
for
Speaking
part
rate.
2 where we go over the rotor. All right, you got anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right, love you. Bye.